What's up YouTube, welcome back to another video on my channel Skotrix, and today as you can see we are back on NBA 2K21 for another build guide video. And in today's video I'm going to be doing the top 3 power forward builds in NBA 2K21 current gen. If you guys don't know, yesterday I did the top 3 best small forwards, on Tuesday I did the best shooting guards, Monday I did the best point guards, and tomorrow I'll be doing the top 3 best centers. But today is the top 3 power forwards, and these are all amazing builds. So without any further ado, let's get right into the video here. Alright, so for the first build right here on this screen, the only thing that's important is you want your position to be a power forward, obviously. The hand, jersey number, name, none of that matters. You can set that up however you want, then go ahead and click continue. Now for the skill breakdown for the first build right here, you can see that the shooting on this build is already looking really good with an 86 mid-range and an 85 three-pointer. So this is going to be the pie chart that you're going to want to take for this build right here. Pure green, pure shooting. Go ahead and confirm that. Now for the physicals profile right here, you just want to go down to this one right here, the one that's split between purple and blue, so that you have the most speed and strength possible. Vertical is not as important for this build as it is for a lot of other builds, so you don't have to worry about that too much. You really just want as much speed and as much strength as possible for this build. So this is the pie chart that you're going to want to take right here. Now for the attribute and badge distribution for this build, first off you just want to skip finishing for now. You're going to come back to it, but you just want to skip it for now. Go down to shooting, max out your mid-range, three-pointer obviously, max out your free throw and your post fade just like that, and then you can actually move down your free throw quite a bit here from a 92 all the way down to an 87 and still have those 30 shooting badges. If you move it down anymore, you'll lose a shooting badge. You don't want that. You want all the 30 shooting badges for this build. This is going to be an amazing shooting build with those 30 shooting badges and also the high 3-point rating. So you want to have the shooting set up like this, and you also don't want to lower the post fade. It's a lot better to lower the free throw because you'll still be able to shoot free throws super consistently with an 87 free throw, and you want to have your post fade at max so you can shoot post fades with this build. But once you have your shooting looking like that, you can go down to playmaking. For playmaking, pretty simple, you just want to max out your pass accuracy, ball handle, and post move just like that. That gives you 14 playmaking badges right here. And you're just going to keep it like that for the playmaking, so you will have a ton of playmaking badges on this build, which is really good. Then you can go down to defense right here, max out interior defense, max out both rebounds, block, steal, lateral quickness, and perimeter defense right here. So you'll get those 10 defense badges on this build, which is good because you will need some defense badges to guard big men in the paint. And then you can go back up to the finishing right here and just put these 8 into either driving layup or close shot. I'm just going to put it into close shot, but you can put it into driving layup if you want. It doesn't really matter. Again, not much of a finishing build right here, more of an outside build, so you don't really need to worry about upgrading the finishing too much. But if you do want a finishing build, I'm definitely going to have a really good finishing build in this video. And actually both of the other 2 builds in this video are going to be really good finishers, so I'll have you set if you need a finishing build. But this is the best shooting build right here, or at least the attributes for the best shooting build. Then you can go ahead and confirm it like that. For the body shape, it doesn't matter. You can set it up however you want. It's just how your player will look. It doesn't affect how the build plays at all, so you can set it up however you want. I'll just pick compact for this build, but it doesn't matter. You can do it however you want. Then for the height, you just want to go up to 6'10" right here. This is so that you can guard other big men on the inside, and you have the size to compete with other taller players. So 6'10" is the perfect height for this build. Don't worry about how any of the attributes are changing too much. Just confirm it at 6'10". Now for the weight right here, you want to go all the way up to maximum weight, but you don't want to keep it at maximum. You can drop it down to 278 pounds right here, and the only thing that changes is your speed gets 1 better, your acceleration gets 1 better, your vertical gets 1 better, and your perimeter defense and lateral quickness both get 1 better. So there's really no point in being maximum weight. It's better to be 278 pounds right here so you get all those extra attributes up 1. So once you have this set up, go ahead and click continue. Now for the wingspan right here, you really have 2 choices for this depending on if you want the build to lean a little bit more towards defense or a little bit more towards shooting. If you want it to be more defensive, just put it up 1. This will bring your block and both rebounds up 1, and it doesn't lower your three-pointer at all, which is good. But if you want to be more of a shooter, if you want your shooting stats a little bit higher, you can move it down 2. This will give you +2 to the three-pointer and -1 or -2 to all of your defense stats right there, or at least all of your important ones. So it's really up to you, but I recommend going +1 from base wingspan right here, so 88-inch wingspan. Basically just because you already have an 83 three-pointer, which is going to be high enough considering that you have 30 shooting badges on this build, so you'll definitely be good with this wingspan right here. I think it's worth it for the extra defense, so I'm going to go ahead and confirm it like that. Now for the takeover right here, a little bit of personal preference. I think the spot-up shooter is definitely the best. But if you're planning on shooting post fades with this build, you do have a really good post fade, so you could take the post scorer and just shoot post fades with this build, or you could take the rim protector, but I don't really recommend this one. I think the spot up shooter is definitely a better option for this specific build, so that's the one I'm going to go ahead and take right here. And as you can see, boom, stretch 4, shades of Dirk Nowitzki, Kevin Love, and Danilo Gallinari. So there we go, that's the first power forward build. Now let's get on to the second one right here. Alright, so for the second power forward build right here, first on this first screen, again, the only thing that's important is you want your position to be power forward, hand, jersey number, name, none of that matters, set that up however you want, then go ahead and click continue. For the skill breakdown right here, you want to go down to this one right here, blue and yellow or orange, whatever you call it, but it's the finishing and playmaking one. This is a super underrated pie chart for power forwards. I almost never see power forwards running this pie chart, but it is really good. You can see the stats so far are not looking amazing, but they're going to get a lot better as we go through the next few slides, so just stick with me right here. You're going to want to take this pie chart right here. Now for the physicals profile, you want to take the top one. You want to have as much speed as possible for this build. It is going to be a really fast build, faster than almost every other power forward in the game, so you want to make sure you take this one right here, majority purple, majority speed, the top one right there. Now for the attribute and badge distribution for this build, first starting off with finishing, you just want to max out your close shot, driving layup, driving dunk, and standing dunk, just like that. Then you can actually go back up to your close shot and move this down 2 right here without losing any finishing badges. If you drop it down anymore, you'll lose a finishing badge, and you don't want that. You want to make sure you have those 18 finishing badges, so you're just going to leave it right here at 87 with your driving layup, driving dunk, and standing dunk all maxed out. And now on to shooting. For this build, you just want to skip shooting for right now, go straight down to playmaking. For playmaking, you want to max out pass accuracy, ball handle, post moves, and then again you could just move your post moves down 1 and keep those 26 playmaking badges. If you move it down any further, you go down to 25. You don't want that. You want those 26 playmaking badges, so make sure you keep your post moves at 84 right there. Now on to defense. You want to max out your interior, perimeter, lateral, block, both rebounds right here, and then put your steal up by 7 right here, so you get these 12 defense badges on this build. Now you do have 2 attributes left. You could put this into some shooting, or really wherever you want. These are kind of just 2 extra attributes, but if you want to put it into free throw or something, you could do that. Otherwise you could just put it into steal. That's what I'm going to do right here, get the steal up to 40. So the final badge breakdown for this build is 18 finishing, 1 shooting, 26 playmaking, and 12 defense, which is amazing. That's so many badges for a power forward, and I know the stats, again, they're not looking the greatest right now, but as we go through the next few slides, they're going to look a lot better. And also, you might be saying this build really has no shooting. Don't worry about it. You're going to be such a good finisher once we go through these next few slides. Anybody who leaves you open to shoot, or they're sitting under the rim or whatever, you can just go dunk on them under the rim. You're really not going to be needing to shoot too much with a build that's as good as this one at finishing. So once you have your attributes looking like this, you can go ahead and click continue. Body shape, again, it doesn't matter, just changes how the build looks, doesn't change how it plays. I'm just gonna pick define, but you can take whatever you want. Now for the height right here, you want to go down to 6'7". This is really what makes the build super good. You can see your finishing goes up a good amount, some of your shooting goes up, but again, that doesn't matter. Your playmaking goes up a ton, so you will be able to get pro dribble moves with this build at power forward, which is crazy. And then some of your defense goes up, some of your defense goes down, but you can see they're all decent levels on defense, so you should be able to guard every single position with this build, other than maybe like post scorer centers. But 6'7" is where you want to be for this build. Once you have it looking like this, go ahead and click continue. Now for the weight right here, you want to drop this all the way down. You can see this gets your speed up to 89, so once you run on the treadmill, that'll get up to 93, and once you get above 95 overall, it'll get even higher. So really good right here at minimum weight. This is definitely where you want to be for this build, and it also brings your driving layup up 3, which is a good bonus, so go ahead and confirm that. Now for the wingspan right here, you just want to max out your wingspan. You can see this brings up your finishing a ton, so you get elite contact dunks right off the rip with this build, and also your defense goes up a ton. So really good right here. Your ball handle does go down 1, so you have to be 97 overall to get pro dribble moves, but that shouldn't be too hard to get on a big man build, and it shouldn't be too hard to maintain either. It's a lot harder to stay at a high overall on a guard build than it is on a big man build, even a big man build like this. So you'll be good, I promise. Just set it up at maximum wingspan just like this, go ahead and click confirm. And for the takeover, it's really personal preference depending on what you want and what your playstyle fits the best. If you think that you're going to be slashing and trying to dunk on people more with this build, then definitely take the slasher takeover. If you think you're going to be trying to take ankles and dot your teammates and all that, then definitely take the playmaker takeover. But they are both really good, so I'm probably just going to take the slasher for this build, but you could take whatever one you want. And as you can see, boom, post playmaker, shades of Blake Griffin, Zion Williamson, and Jason Tatum. And that's it for the second power forward build. Now let's get on to the third one right here. Alright, so for the third power forward build, I'm sure a lot of you guys can already guess what this build is going to be, but let's just get into it right here. First position, you want to be a power forward again, hand, jersey number, name, none of that matters, set that up however you want, then go ahead and click continue. Now for the skill breakdown right here, you want to go down to the finishing and defense one right here, right below the finishing and playmaking one that you took last time. Finishing and defense, that's the pie chart you want for this build right here. Now for the physicals profile for this build, you just want to go down to the balanced one right here. This is so that you get a little bit more vertical, as well as your strength is still really good and your speed is also really good at right here. So you should be able to do everything with the balanced pie chart right here. So this is the one you're going to want to take, the bottom one, the balanced one. Now for the attribute and badge distribution right here, first up for finishing, you want to max out your close shot, driving layup, driving dunk, and standing dunk, just like that. Then same as last time, you can go back up to your close shot and move it down a few to an 88 right here. So you have 88 close shot, driving layup, driving dunk, and standing dunk are all max, and that'll give you 23 finishing badges, which is a ton. Then again, you want to skip shooting for this build, go straight down to playmaking right here, max out your pass accuracy, ball handle, post moves, just like that. Then again, with your post moves, you can move it down one and not lose that playmaking badge, so you definitely want to do that. Then you can go down to defense right here, max out interior defense, both of your rebounds, your block, then you can get your steal up as well. And now you have two things that you could do with these final attributes right here. You could either max out perimeter defense, that gives +1 defense badges. If you think you're going to want your perimeter defense to be able to guard people on the perimeter, then I definitely recommend doing this. The other thing that you could do is move down your perimeter defense until you go down to 21 defense badges, and then just move it back up 1 right here, and then you have 7 attributes left. You could go back up to close shot, max this out, and then also put these last 5 into your post hook, and that gives you an extra finishing badge on top of that defense badge. But I think having the perimeter defense is really important, and 1 finishing badge really isn't going to make that much of a difference, so I'm going to max out the perimeter defense right here. But if you prefer to do it the other way, that's definitely an option that you could choose for your playstyle, but I'm going to do it like this. Go ahead and confirm. For the body shape, again, doesn't matter, you can take whatever one you want, only affects how the build look, doesn't affect how it plays. I'll just take defined. Now for the height, you just want to stay at 6'9" for this build. This is a really good balanced height. If you move it up, some of your finishing goes down, your speed goes down. You don't really want all that to go down too much. You're going to be good enough on all of that with the 6'9" height right here. And if you go down in height, you're kind of just going to be too small for this specific build. If you want a shorter build, I recommend the one that I did last, the second one in this video. But for this build, you want to be 6'9" right here. Go ahead and confirm. Now for the weight, you do want to drop the weight down quite a bit. Go down to minimum right here. And then from here, you're just going to want to move it up a few pounds to 193 right here. This does drop your strength quite a bit. Don't worry about that. You can see it brings up your driving layup and driving dunk a lot. It brings down your interior defense again. Don't worry about that too much, not really too big of a deal. You'll still have no problem guarding people inside, so just confirm it like this, 193 pounds. For your wingspan, you want to max this out. This gets your driving dunk up to a 94, standing dunk up to a 95. And also if you look at your defense right there, your block goes up to 90 and both of your rebounds go up to 88. So that's really good for this build at maximum wingspan. And it's for sure where you want to be for this build. So go ahead and confirm that. Now for the takeover, obviously quite a bit of personal preference here. The slasher is definitely good. Both of these defensive takeovers are also really good. I really like the glass cleaner takeover, but I understand a lot of people probably want to rock the slasher with this build so they can get as many contact dunks as possible. So that's the one I'll go with here as well. And as you can see, boom, glass cleaning finisher, shades of Shawn Kemp, John Collins, and Anthony Davis. And there we go, that is the third and final build for the best power forwards in NBA 2K21 current gen. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you like, subscribe to my channel if you're new. I upload daily NBA 2K21 content, and I also stream on Twitch. My Twitch link will be down in the description. Make sure you go follow me over there. But anyways, that's gonna be it. Alright, peace.